live in a world where we have sent a satellite to Mars, but we're looking at the moon and praying for our husbands' long lives. I do it. My sister-in-law makes me do it, forces me. So, and the thing about writing about India is our economic backgrounds are often very different, but our cultural references are always the same. So, a movie star's child will have a black thread around her wrist, and so will a tailor's. And I try to find things that are, sort of a common thread, literally, between all kinds of people, and look at India in my own sort of wonky way.
Well, your wonky way has definitely gone quite far in succeeding, so well done on that. And I'm sure much to the amusement of your family and your husband, who's always politically correct. I don't know how he really reacts to the things you write on a daily basis.
I have many editors. He's my first editor, and he makes me remove words and phrases, lines. He's made me remove Pakistan 4 times. He tried to make me remove Lotus from my last one. I'm writing a column on Radhe Ma.
So he's your in-house Pehla Jnelani.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. All right, wonderful. Well, okay, you know how it goes with this coffee banter, that we have like what I call the rapid fire, where you're meant to actually kind of dodge the questions cleverly, because very rarely do people really answer them honestly, but I'm hoping that is not the case with you. So are you ready before we storm into it?
Yeah.
Because,
bring it on.
Because I didn't think you were the type for me to continue gushing about your book and you accepting those compliments.
Yeah.
Because we all know the book is going to be supremely entertaining, and that's why we're all here. But it's not really about the book, is it? Twinkle.
That's it. Now you're dead. So please, before we go further, now that he's done this to me, I have to say a few things. We were in boarding school together, and he was constantly hungry for some reason. So he kept telling me to rob food from him, from the canteen, from everywhere. Finally, I got fed up. I said, why don't you run away? I can't rob any more food for you. And we were at the edge of the hill. So I said, roll down the hill, and Chikli Valley, take a boat from there, run away. He rolled down the hill. They caught him. They made him climb back. It took him 2 hours. And then they made him an example in the assembly. He was standing next to the principal as his fugitive.
And the principal said, will you do what this boy has done? Will you try and do it? And I was made into some kind of a guinea pig on that stage. It was the most humiliating experience of my life. And I was all of 12 years old, and I was, by the way, Amir, in the same school you shot Tare Zameen Par. So when I saw the film, I was a mess, because that same shot I have done, I've sung that Ma song in my head right through those 4 days. That I was killed. Tujhko pata hai na Ma, meri Ma, that how could you send me to bloody boarding school and torture your only child you had? And I want to tell you, my father was at the top of that slope, that hill that you shot in. And when finally he came, I ran up, literally like a Hindi film heroine, into his arms, and I said, Papa, I beg you, I'll never eat, take me back home. Because I was so traumatized because of her. She was really, she has scarred me, I'm telling you right.
He wasn't traumatized. He's confessed. He was in love with me. I had a little moustache at that point, and he used to look at it and say, that's hot. I like that moustache.
I will slap you 377 times. Quick.